Good morning, everybody. This is Bill with Fast Response Heating and Cooling, and this is our second video. Today, we're going to talk about contacts, customers. I want you to think about Tupperware bowls. If you even know what a Tupperware bowl is, each Tupperware bowl is a little bit littler than the biggest bowl. That way, you can put them all inside each other. So, if you think about Tupperware bowls, our biggest Tupperware bowl is our contact/customer module. You got to have a customer module in order to build everything else off of it. So, with that in mind, I want to describe to you how this process works and what's important about the customer module and what then we move away from the customer module. So, it is the most important basic feature, but then we don't really use it again. So, I kind of want to explain to you how that works. So let's jump right into it. If everybody's excited about AI today, I am. I love AI. I'm going to go ahead and log in. And I'm here at my handy dandy dashboard. Look, Nick is already using it. That's why Nick's my best friend. I'm going to go ahead and give him a thumbs up there. Thank you, Nick. And we're going to go to contacts. So when you look at a flat file record, what a flat file means is everything about this contact is flat. It's all in one file. It's all contained basically in one database field. And if you're a VTagger guy, maybe you're like, oh, he's wrong. But for the most part, that's how I visualize it. So we're going to go to create a time. We're going to pull up something fairly recent here. All right, so let's go to one that I think makes a little more sense. This one right here. All right, I want to find, here we go, Cincinnati. This is a good call to go to. So I click on it. So I want to briefly describe what you're looking at right now. You're looking at your summary screen. You see that the name here is Glenn, and I don't know if I don't want to say his last name on the video, but I think you can read it. Maybe I got to push that out, but this is all for private use, so nobody that I haven't allowed can't see it. So you got their name, you got their email. You could click on it to email them if you wanted. Right there, popped up on my other screen. It's trying to email them. I can show them on the map. Oops, something went wrong. Yep, I'll be talking to Jesse about that in a minute. Okay, so we go over here. These are our breadcrumbs. Contacts all his name. You can add a contact. You don't need to worry about import. That's what I do every day to update the records. And customization is what I do to build your view here. So you don't need to worry about it. Up here you got follow, edit, validate email, send email, and more. You don't have to worry about validate email. Again, the send email is going to let you, on this version, it's going to let you come right out of here. We have the ability to do it, but as of right now, I don't have templates set up for you guys to operate out of. Then we got the summary, detail, updates. We'll get into those in 1 second. This is your calendar of activities. This will show you our interaction with this customer since we've met them. So if we've had a phone call, if we've had a text message, an email, it'll all show here. This will be email as well. SO is jobs. I really want that switch to say the word jobs, but they have not did it yet. This right here is going to be your products, any products associated with this customer. So if they are going to get a Goodman furnace, we can attach that Goodman furnace right here. That's Kevin's department. If we go over here is documents, you'll see a lot of customers will have documents. This is where their personalized audio files are stored, so we can talk to them directly based on where they're at in the company profile. So if they're unscheduled and they call in, Alex will give them a greeting saying, hey, we've been trying to reach you. Let them know that we have received their information and they're currently being transferred to a customer service representative. Right there, if they're involved in a campaign, we would know that. PBX manager, this is not a useful field for us. Services, we're not using that. And then we have text messages. But the communication right here, this would be your text messages. So you can actually text the customer right here. You can also build your own private templates so you can do it fast. Activities will show phone calls, text messages, emails, all this. We can post comments about the customer right here. Then we will go over here to our key fields view. This has basically been designed to show us things that we want to see really fast. That way, if we went to details, we lose our text messaging ability, but we can see details. So let's just kind of jump into the details. So we have the created time, these IDs generated off the webhook, the customer's phone number. We can click right here and we can initiate a phone call. It'll go right through Alex, and I'll show you a better way to do that in a minute. I'll make a phone call, and we just won't bug this customer for no reason. So this is their email address, and this is the last time it was modified. Getting back up here to the updates, it's the same thing as modified. That'll let us know the last thing that happened with this record. Some more important information here is the data capture link. So when they go to our website that's set up for our home warranty work, they go here. When they accept the cookies and they run around here, we're able to then come back data capture. I think that might be on the other page. So we'll go here. Details. And remember, everybody, this is new to everybody. So data capture email link. This will show us the web page they went to. It'll also show us their IP address. As you see right there is my IP address. The reason it didn't show anybody there is I actually didn't go to different pages. So now I have went to a different page, so if I refresh, I'll be able to see it. Again, it's new to everybody. I might have designed it, but it doesn't mean I remember everything. So that's basically how this works. The reason it's important to capture the IP address is for marketing purposes. We do have all the legal information we need to let them know we're going to ask them for their IP address, and that's so they don't click on our pay-per-click advertising. Service year. This would be the earliest year in which we've met this customer. So we have never seen this customer before 2024. It could be that this customer had used us previously in 2019. It would say service year of 2019. That is used for marketing purposes. So as we build campaigns, I can pick different key demographics in order to build them. And here's some of the key demographics we're using here. This is information we're generating to use with AI. See, AI is not artificial intelligence until you give it something to think about, right? So we got to give it information to think about. So first of all, we know it's 2024. We know that it was an AHS call. And here are some of our demographics that we've captured. Based on the economic zones that's provided through the United States Census Bureaus, the average person in this zip code makes between $80,000 and $90,000 a year. So we know it's a fairly affluent zip code. That's important because when we design campaigns to reach out to customers, we need to know what they may be interested in. What type of advertisement are they going to most likely want to click on, right? If you're in a neighborhood and you got all the money in the world, you may be looking at the latest, greatest, fanciest things out there. You just want efficiencies that don't make sense. Maybe not, but I think that from a marketing standpoint, it's important for me to understand the economic location in which I'm targeting my advertising. Then we go down here to description and contact image. We're never going to have the contact image. We're not perfs here. We're HVAC guys. If we have a contact image there, let me know. We need to remove it. So now I want to go to get some records that are a little bit older, and I want to show you some more information we capture through AI. So let's see if we got some information on this one. Actually, it might be easier to go to a different view to find this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump out of my contacts, and I'm going to go to my phones. Now I can pick a customer I know is going to have the information I want. So this customer right here has been with us for 56 days. It's possible they have not been here that long. We're currently working on an accurate portrayal of the days, and I'll show you that real quick in the jobs record. But right now, it counts the days on their first job. But for instance, if they come in twice within, let's say, 30 days, it continues to add it up. We're in the process of fixing it. So maybe not that long. So let's go ahead and take a look here at this customer. We click on the contact name. That gets us directly to the contact. We go to details, and we're going to have some more details about this customer. With all those call logs and everything right there associated, I need some customer information from them. I'm going to go back because that call came in so soon I didn't have what I needed on it. What I need to do is I need to pick one that is going to allow me the ability to look at the call log. Because what I want to do is I want to capture my last communication with the customer. All right. That's actually in the job section. Again, this is new to everybody. Um, this customer actually went to this page right here. So we captured her ID, and then we also have an ID link that takes us over to um, their dispatch, which is important. I'm not logged into dispatch right now, but this would directly take me to their dispatch profile. So let's go back, and we'll see that the earliest we've met this customer is 2022. She called in today, but we did work for her as far back as 2022. You see here her economic zone value. And again, this is just based on the individual average income. It's not based on anything else. I think that's the biggest profile that's useful to us, because I could have did household income, I could have did property values, I could have did a lot of ways. I chose this way because it seemed to be broken up in a lot, I guess, more segmented. I could segment it better than if I went, like, for instance, property values, because property values can vary widely in a zip code, but it seems that the segments of the ability to work in those locations are pretty standardized. So we have a communication here, right here. We can see we had a completed call. That was an inbound call, and they're assigned to scheduling customer service. Now, this is a pretty important feature, but not as much in the contacts as it is in the jobs, because all of our call flows are built off the jobs, but the contact is our first piece of Tupperware. The second piece of Tupperware is our jobs. So we're going to jump into jobs in the next video, and you're going to be able to see how that Tupperware gets a little bit smaller, but it starts to really get into the functionality of how we conduct our business, if that makes sense. So we go back to details, and this is the details of the job. And you got to get used to what you're looking at here, because there's not a lot of definition between it. You just see words on the screen. After a couple of days of using it, I got pretty familiar with what I'm looking at with the customer. But they're not going to have the details you need to actually conduct your day-to-day work. This is just the very first piece of Tupperware, and this is giving us the basic information about the customer. Just a quick jump into jobs right here. We look at the jobs. This one right here is scheduled, created, confirmed. Let's click on this one. We're looking at the job right now. Details. Details. All right, so this is where we get a lot more details about the customer. It's going to let us know how many times they've called in. There's a ton of information here. This is going to be our dispatch notes. Any call transcripts from this customer are going to be stored right here. That's what I was trying to get at a minute ago in the contact section, and I totally forgot that I moved it to the most recent job. The reason that's important is all of these phone calls over here, they don't necessarily show me the last communication to the customer. So if I wanted to just quickly look and say, hey, what's going on with this job? What did we talk about a minute ago? Well, I have no way of knowing it unless I go in here and I can look at it, and I'll get a detailed description of our last communication with the customer. Then we have the description. This is, again, the information that gets sent over. And then down here, we have the ability to build estimates and attach it to this job and send it to the customer. And getting back to contact so I don't get too distracted, just a brief overview of how we work with this view. Kind of going from the middle, from the front to the back to the front. So again, we have, for instance, today, let's go ahead and adjust this. We're going to adjust this filter. So today, created time between, but we want to go equal to today. Now this filter doesn't continue to move. You have to update to today every day, which is kind of weird because it gives you today, so it just should be today, but it doesn't work that way. So we're going to go ahead and save this filter, and these are all the people that come in today. Now, if you see unknown, okay, that's somebody that came through a process where they were not in the system. So that means their husband had a American Home Shield account. It was attached to his phone number, but the wife called in, right? It's not in our database. So they're going to be assigned to pass-through. What pass-through means is that they get to talk to me, right? They're not in the database. They could be a pay call. They could be a Google advertisement call. So that pass through gives them a short-term pass to come to me. I get a chance to talk to them. If I realize that, hey, they are an American Home Shield customer, I'm able to talk to Alex and say, hey, Alex, update this record for me, please. And then Alex will automatically revoke the pass-through and send them back to the customer service where they normally need to be. So these are the contact names. So unknown is somebody that we don't know who they are. Like their caller ID said unknown. They didn't have a name on it. This Kendra board, this could be an unknown person. Most likely is because it got assigned pass-through. So these are our customers. So let's do this. Let's build a brand new filter here, and we're going to call this one test. And I want to go ahead and find all the customers that we serviced service year equals 2019. Let's see if this works. I expected that to be a multi-select. All right, so here we go. We have 8,026 customers. Now, one unique thing about this, these customers may have a job this year. Like they may be a 2024 customer, but it goes back to 2019. That's the first year we met them. So I gave them the designation of 2019 and then moved forward excluding down. The reason being is I need to know that when I send out an advertisement. So I can target everybody from 2019, and then I can exclude any job, for instance, that is currently open. So this is how you work it. Edit. Service year equals 2019. I'm going to add another all condition. This means it has to happen. It means that they job status I'm in contact, so I wouldn't have that. So it'd be related job status. This is where it gets related. Let's make it. I want to start off making an easier field. 2019 that had a all right, so we made a little easier filter here. So this is 2019 that has a medium income of 60 to 70,000. We'll go ahead and save it. Boom, here we go. 1 of 20 of 680. So this list is two reasons. One, I can look at the customers here, and I can use this data to then build a campaign off of it. So let's quickly throw a campaign together because we're going to use campaigns with the contacts. It's pretty much going to be our only business flow. And I have to end this video very fast or I'm going to exceed my time limit. So we're going to go to campaigns, quick, new campaign. Inspection, customers, contacts. So right here is where I can add contacts. Right here I can do it individually. There's my list. Add a campaign. And we're going to call this test V. We're going to save it. And it's going to end tomorrow. We're going to save it. Then I'm going to add my contacts right here. Load list. Let's go down here to my test list. All right, yes. So it's going to import all the people I just made that filter for. I can individually market to all these people. So that's going to end this video today on the contacts. I kind of had to run through it a little bit with the time limits, but I think this will give you a generalized understanding of how to use it. And thank you so much for your time today.